Hey guys, you're here with DeathByRageQuit. We're going to talk a little bit about Fizz today. First off, let's start out with the rating. I'll start it out. I played him a handful of times. I thought he was okay. Some of the matches I did really well with him. Other times I didn't. So I'm giving him a 7 because I liked him. I can see why people would like him, but I felt like he had some weaknesses too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I played him only a few times as well, and I gave him an 8 because he was actually rather fun to play.
Cool.
I give him about an 8.5. I agree with him. He's really fun to play, and you can kill still a lot.
Yeah, you can do
I'm going to give him about a 9.3 because I've played him a whole lot, and I just like his abilities are great for if he's in mid or something like that. And if you've got 1 bar health and you get ulted, his W is great for that. I mean, his E.
Yeah.
For that.
So why the 0.3 instead of just a 9? I mean, what set you to the 0.3?
Because even if you're 0-7 and you're and you've got no build whatsoever, and it's almost the end of the game, you're hitting on the enemy nexus, and you get into a team fight, you can get about 4 of those kills and walk away with a bar of health with no problem. With about 3 items.
Okay. All right, so let's go to strengths. What did you guys like about him? Start out there.
I like that E, that jumping maneuver.
Yeah.
That's really good because it's such a pain. It's like Pantheon's block. It's such a pain in the butt because you're just like, oh, you're doing an ability on me. Not anymore.
Yeah, especially if you can see that attack coming.
Like
I went
Nidalee
Fizz,
Spear.
Yeah, Nidalee Spear or Fizz versus Fizz, where he tries to cast his ult on you. You just hit your E every single time. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that shark still engulfs you and you survive.
Yeah, I survived that.
And for those that don't know,
That's just
his E is a playful trickster, basically as a dodge.
For any ability.
Yeah, for any ability.
He just hops up on his little trident thing and dodge whatever until it hops back down, and it also deals damage when he hops back down.
Cool. What else do you guys like about him?
I like his Q.
Yeah.
That was
His
actually
Q,
quite nice.
That's what I killed him with.
That's what I killed him
His
with.
Q, I think his
Yeah, you
Q's-
came out of the bushes and I was already on
I
the
wasn't in the bushes.
Okay.
Just what you
Anyway.
said.
I think his Q stacks evenly with his ability power. I'm not sure, either evenly or close to evenly, where if you have 1 ability power, it stacks 1 ability power on it instead of you having 300 and it only adds 115 or something like that.
Yeah,
It
that's
adds
annoying.
300. So his Q's great for last minute turret dive kills where they're right behind the turret and they're running away. Q, boom,
Yeah.
and just walk into the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have written down that he has super high burst damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it
yes.
is.
You guys
Oh,
talked about
yes.
skill still, and
Yeah.
that's why.
Because, especially with with that Q, because you can, oh, my friend's killing him.
Yeah.
I want this. Boom, dead.
Did anybody build him AD or try to
No.
at all?
No.
I did
Nobody
AP.
did? I didn't either. But I was just wondering. I haven't done that yet, so I was wondering if it worked out for anybody or anything like that. I just always build him AP because most of his abilities do stack AP.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else?
I like his Chum the Waters. His arm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love his ult. It's stick.
Except for when you miss, then it's just like,
Well, also if you're in a team fight and you just shoot it into the middle of the team fight, it's just
Yeah.
gonna stay there until when it jumps up, it's gonna hit whoever it hits.
Yeah, so
You might get lucky and get a kill out of it, but also if it's just you in mid and you're trying to get that last hit before
Yeah.
going in with your Q, it sticks and slows the person you hit and
Right.
does damage.
Yeah,
so they can't run from it once they're caught.
and the great thing about his ult is if they're keeping bunched together and your team really can't get in there, that ult, when it comes up, it'll keep that one person there and it'll push them all away so you can just separate them all and pick them off one by one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
The one thing that I've seen work countless times, which is about 3, is countless. Okay.
Really?
3.
That's countless.
Countless means can't count.
Well,
Yeah.
3. There's 3 times that I've seen it. Okay. I was in mid playing Fizz, of course, and I was on Skype with somebody else playing with them. They were playing as Pantheon. The whole team decided to gank me in mid, And as soon as they did, Pantheon ulted into the middle of their team, and I threw my ult into the middle, and both of our ults hit at the same time, and we killed every single one of their team without using anything but our ults.
Wow.
It was great.
See, I found that useful with Jarvan's ult too, because I know this is off subject, but still, Jarvan did his ult, did his little crater thing, and I ulted right in the middle, and we killed like 3 of their 5-man team. I was like, yes.
No, but we did that. We did that about 3 times after we found out that worked by accident. We were like, yeah.
Cool. What about weaknesses? You guys have anything for that? For me,
He does not have any, like, it seems to me that he doesn't have very much armor or magic resist at all. He's like Teemo, where, like, unless you build actual armor or magic resist, it's just It deals a whole bunch of damage, but can't take a whole lot of damage.
Yeah. Even though he's a melee champion,
I would actually love to see it.
he's not a very strong melee.
That'd be a death match.
I think Fizz would win that because Fizz has his Q would keep Teemo from just running away. Teemo's great against like Volibear or somebody like that who has to get close.
Yeah.
But it's against Fizz, I think Fizz would win that.
Did anybody jungle Fizz?
No.
Nobody jungled Fizz?
Nope.
He's actually a really good jungler. I jungled with him by accident in ranked because I called mid, but somebody else picked a mid champion and we didn't have a jungler, so I had to go jungle and I had already locked in.
Yeah, he liked him jungle. See, that kind of surprised me because he doesn't really have an AoE.
His trickster is an AoE. Whenever he comes down off his staff, it does a lot of damage.
That's right.
And if, like, when I started out, I went to blue buff first, of course, and I got some cooldown reduction before I went to red, and then I went in and I just almost completely destroyed red with like 2 Qs and an E, and that was about it, and then just smite the rest of it.
Cool.
I will say one thing. I like his W, the passive part. Hey, that is nice.
Yeah, it's like extra damage.
Yeah.
I always hit that before I use my Q anytime because that Q alone does a lot of damage, but with that W it does it even more damage, and it gives a little bit of a bleed, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it does. Does damage
like
over
magic.
time.
It's great for that, like 1 bar, like 3 health walk away that they're like, you got to kill. Yes!
Yeah. I had that he was weak against high health crowd control champions like Olaf.
Yeah, he can't take very much damage, but he can deal some.
Yeah, he can deal some damage.
Like, he'd have problems with Volibear.
Not really. I didn't have problems with the fully fed, fully built Volibear. It's just that I had to run every 5 seconds. I like hit him, and then he did damage, and he'd take off running.
That's basically
and then
what
I
you
keep hitting, and then he'd realize, oh, I have more health than him. I could probably kill him. And just take off running. It's like, oh, as long as they're running, you can get them.
Cool. I had some problems against a Lux, which is supposed to be strong against Lux.
Yeah.
The Lux's crowd control really hurt me a lot. Against a really good Lux, it's hard.
E every second. E. Oh, prison E.
That game, though, our bot really sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It was me and who else was top?
I can't remember.
Oh, it was me and Pablo top.
Yeah.
Which we were doing fine. We were holding our own, but
Feeders.
yeah, they were. Kyle and
Oh yeah, and his passive has that ignore unit collision. Anybody
Dark
get
Love
anything cool out of that? Like where you're trying to run away from being killed and minions are sitting there like, no, we're trying to get into the battle. Hang on a minute. Hang on. This is just like, no.
Yeah.
Because like with somebody else like Katarina, you just try to turn and run, and if your minion waves right there, you're like,
I know.
I've done that so many times trying to get a kill, like when I play volley. It's like, out
Out of my way.
I hate that. That has to be the most annoying thing. Is minion block.
Yeah.
It's like, and
then when they when you're like minions. Sitting there and you finally kill someone and somebody comes up to gank you have to run and your whole line of minions just fanned out there and you're like, dang it. Why? And then it's someone like Darius who can just pull you back because you get surrounded by minions, you can't really move, and he's just like, "Come here, you."
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the role play. We only have about 5 minutes left, a little less. All right. So first off, I'm going to throw out a champion. You guys are going to give some suggestions as to how you'd like to counter that champion playing Fizz. First off, Vager.
Vager.
Another med champion. High
Extremely
damage, high
difficult.
burst damage.
I don't. I got nothing.
It really depends on if he lands his little prison thing on you or not. Because
You
if he misses with that, you can just walk up and kill him
can't easily
easily.
do that.
But if he hits,
If he hits you with that prison and he hits his Q, then that Q stacks almost double what his regular AP does. So if he's got 200 AP, then it's going to stack almost 400 AP on that. And so if that hits you, it's just obliteration. And then his R does almost the exact same ability, except it's almost like 3 times that.
And
So
then
if
you-
it's like QR, dead. But that's if he lands the prison. It's kind of hard to hit if he doesn't land the prison.
Yeah.
yeah.
But still, you
it's-
can't E out of the prison.
No, you can't. Once you're stunned, if you get in the prison, it lasts for a couple seconds,
Like-
and if you stay in the middle, then you don't get stunned. So you can kind of move around, but you can't move around very much, and he can still throw his Q and his R on you because it's like an AOE splash damage thing.
God, yeah.
And if you run into the wall, it stuns you, and then you're just stuck there, and he's just like deesh, and you're dead. So either way, if that prison is around you, you got a tough time.
I think the only way you can get out of that is by flashing out.
No, you can't even flash out
can't?
because then you got to go through that wall and it stuns you in mid-flash. I tried that earlier.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
crazy. That
So-
prison needs to be
So basically,
nerfed.
if he hits his prison, you're gonna
You're
have
gonna
a
die.
bad time.
Gonna die unless you have like a whole bunch of just magic resist.
Yeah.
Even with a whole bunch
Yeah.
of it still does a lot of damage.
Yep, I agree. Dodge the prison thing.
Dodge the prison and then it's mostly just pretty easy after that. 'Cause
So,
you
yeah.
Just watch for that. Don't walk right into it. I see a lot of people do that too.
Oh, I've
If
seen
he
that.
I
starts
see it
hitting
on the
if-
ground, then they just walk into it
Yeah.
and stun you. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah.
He always gets me
Triple
right
kill.
on the edge. Like, I'm running away. Yes! Stun right on the edge. Really?
All right, next champion, Ash. Has that slow effect, the cone,
Yeah, but-
slow.
Yeah,
I don't think she would be that much.
Yeah.
much
Not unless you had
competition.
a whole bunch of like
Yeah.
attack speed or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like if she hits you with her ult, if she hits you with her ult, it doesn't do that much damage. It
It
just
doesn't
mainly
do-
slow you.
It stops you.
Stops. I can still walk after she hits
Yeah.
me. It's just like blue.
Yeah, you get stunned. It depends how their distance between you and her. And then it like if she's like right in front of you, it'll stop you for like a second and then you're slowed.
Yeah.
If she's across the map, it'll stop you up to like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Also does more damage
Yeah.
further distance away she is. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's really a tough matchup. She's going to try and keep you at a distance. I don't think she
Yeah.
really can. You just use your Q
It's
to
just-
get close to her.
Q or if it's
Q
really
or E to
easy.
get
Or
even
E,
closer
yeah.
than Q to
Yeah.
actually do it. I've used the E to gap closer many,
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that's really a tough matchup. Cho'Gath. I think that is a tough matchup.
That-
Yeah,
Because
I would say use his active on his W for that.
make him use his spike,
But,
like
like-
miss his spikes.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
out of those spikes. Like use your playful trickster to dodge the spikes and then just Q into him.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or else
but
it
I
Watch
agree.
out.
You can see those spikes coming,
Yeah,
so
'cause
if
it
you're
does a
quick
circle.
on your E, you can dodge them every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably his main damage dealer, don't you think?
Because
that and
once
his
he hits you
ultimate,
with your,
but his ultimate doesn't
once,
have. You can't
once
see
he
that
hits you
coming.
with that E, then he can silence you and then munch on you with his R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, it's almost bad as Vigors.
All right. 15 seconds. Do we have anything else?
He's really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. Yeah, I agree. He's fun to play. I prefer some other mid champions over him, I think. But
He's mostly my main damage dealer in mid. I've been playing a bunch of mid champions. I can't figure out any that do more damage than Fizz does.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So thanks to you guys for watching Death by Rage Quit. We're always looking for more feedback and information about what we're doing. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that, we'd like to read them. So and get back to you. So thanks for watching. Bye.